Here's another 2026 corporate prediction that I can't stop thinking about, and that's that the unofficial manager is becoming the most common role in organizations. A lot of people are basically managing without being managers. They don't have the title, authority, or paycheck to match, but they're doing it anyways. It usually starts pretty innocently too. Someone leaves or a layer gets removed and the organization flattens. Everyone's told that it'll be more efficient and collaborative, that there will be less red tape, which is cool in theory, except the work doesn't disappear. By the way, I'm Tara, and I help people who are burned out from work figure out what's going on and then what to do next. And this week, I'm breaking down my 5 predictions for corporate culture in 2026. The reason the unofficial manager role is risky isn't because the work itself is bad. Coordinating, supporting, translating, anticipating problems, that's all real leadership work. But the risk is where that work sits and how invisible it becomes. When someone becomes an unofficial manager, 3 things usually happen. First, accountability creeps in before authority ever does. So you start feeling responsible for outcomes that you can't actually decide on. You're expected to influence outcomes and team dynamics, but you don't have the power to change priorities, to adjust the scope, or push back on something. Second, the emotional load gets concentrated. You become the buffer between your team and your leadership. People come to you when they're confused, frustrated, or worried, and you translate leadership decisions downward and team reactions upward. And taking all of that in is a lot. And third, the work becomes unbounded. Because it's informal, there are no edges to it. Things just keep getting added until you're stretched thin and no one quite knows how it happened. That's why this is a risk pattern that we need to pay attention to in 2026, because it burns out the people organizations can least afford to lose. Now, I've got a few more 2026 predictions coming that connect to this, so follow along if you want to catch the rest.